My admission to Memorial University came with a scholarship of $2,500. I didn't add IELTS to my application because I didn't write it. So if you have a phone with internet on it, you really have no excuse. So if you are thinking it's January 15th, now for you. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're a new subscriber, hi, my name is Akia Sichua. Welcome to the family. If you're a returning subscriber, I see you. Thank you for coming back. So grab a drink. I'd like to share a story with you on how I came to Canada as an international student to study Masters in Public Administration at the University of Regina in the Johnson Shirama School for Public Policy. So if you're interested in this story, please don't forget to subscribe, share this video with all your friends and loved ones, hit the like button and leave me a comment in the comment section below and I'll gladly respond to it. Story time. So it all started in 2020 when I decided to further my education in Canada. However, I applied to schools in Canada and in the United States of America as well as UK schools. I applied to one school in 2020, which is University of Regina, and I applied to 3 more schools in Canada in 2021 and 4 schools in the US. Backstory, I studied political science at Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. If you're from tech, shout outs to you. As part of my courses, I studied public administration. So after my undergraduate degree, I knew I wanted to do a master's in public administration. So I applied to University of Regina in 2020 for the master's in public administration program. Since I had a foundational knowledge in public administration during my undergraduate degree. So when I applied in 2020, I was supposed to come to school in 2021. However, I came in 2022. One may ask, why? Let me tell you. Back in 2020, after I applied for my master's degree in University of Regina, I reached out to the graduate coordinator at University of Regina to find out the status of my application, and then I was informed that a particular lecturer did not provide the reference that was needed for my application to be processed. So my application was just in the pool awaiting the reference from the lecturer. After a few months, I emailed the graduate coordinator at University of Regina to find out if there was a way I can substitute the previous lecturer with a different person because he wasn't submitting the references. And after school tour had been working for a while, and I decided to substitute the lecturer with a supervisor that I was working with in the company that I used to work in. So the graduate coordinator gave me a confirmation that I could substitute the lecturer with the supervisor. So I informed my supervisor and he submitted the reference for me. So that was what happened, and that was why my application was delayed for a whole year before I gained admission. After the supervisor submitted my reference, I received an email from the school that I had been given a conditional offer. And the condition that I was required to satisfy was that I submitted the original copies of my transcript and my university certificate directly from my undergraduate university to them here in University of Regina. So I made arrangements for that to happen. I called KNUST and I gave them my details, and then they mailed the original copy of my certificate and my transcript to University of Regina. And after a few weeks, I received an email back. I've been given an unconditional offer to study Masters in Public Policy. Not Public Policy, And after a few weeks, I received an email of an unconditional offer to study Masters in Public Administration at University of Regina. So I was really excited about that. So that was how I gained admission to University of Regina to study Masters in Public Administration. I really love that program. Anyways, so however, I applied to other schools as well in the US. I applied to Western Michigan University, Purdue University, Eastern Illinois University, and University of Alabama. I got 2 admission out of the 4 schools that I applied to. I got Western Michigan University to study Masters in Public Administration, and I got admission to Eastern Illinois to study Masters in Political Science. However, the admission did not come with funding and the fees were too expensive for me to go. So unfortunately, I had to decline that offer. And in Canada, I also applied to 4 schools. I applied to University of Regina, Memorial University, Calgary University, and Simon Fraser University. And I got 2 admission out of the 4 schools that I applied to in Canada as well. I got admission to Memorial University to study Masters in Political Science, and I got admission to University of Regina to study Masters in Public Administration. Let me drink a. So, my admission to Memorial University came with a scholarship of $2,500. However, I had to decline that offer because I really loved public administration and I wanted to study it. And so I had to decline that offer to come here to study Masters in Public Admin, even though it didn't come with funding. And however, after I started my program here, I got a scholarship that was more than what was given to me at Memorial University. So it all worked out for me. I got my dream program and I also got some funding after I had started school. So the perception out there that Canadian universities do not give scholarship, it's not always the case. I would say that some schools would give you scholarship together with admission, and others too would give you some scholarship after you have started a program. So please do your research. You can email the graduate coordinators to find out if there is funding available for international students in that particular program, or you can also take a leap of faith like I did. I didn't get the funding at University of Regina, but I took a leap of faith and I came, and however I got scholarships like after I started the program. Additionally, some schools also have on their websites that you can get a scholarship if you apply by a particular deadline. So please check the school's website and find out if they've written something like that, and make sure you apply by the deadline that has been stated on the website so that you can be considered for a scholarship together with your admission. Because for the one I got at Memorial University, I didn't apply for it at all. It just came automatically with the admission. So you might get that if you are able to apply by the deadline stated on the website, or you can apply for it separately. So please do your research. I'm looking here because I've written some points now so I don't forget. Yeah, what's that? So getting feedback from schools actually differ based on the school. I think I got feedback from the schools I applied to somewhere in March. I applied to most of my schools in December or October, November, thereabout, and I got feedback from them somewhere around March or February. Please email the graduate coordinators if you have any further questions on when you should expect feedback from the particular school, and I'm sure they're going to give you information about that. During my research towards applying to schools in Canada, I found that most of the schools in Canada have deadlines around 15 January. So most of them open the application portals around September. So if you want to apply to a school in Canada and you want to come in September next year, the time is now. You can start applying for the schools now because most schools have opened their application portals for admission. So seize the opportunity. Don't wait till the last minute. Some schools also extend it to March or April. It depends on the school. Please do your research. Go to the school's website. Some programs have different deadlines as well. So please research on your program. If you want to study MPA, University of Regina, for instance, there's a first deadline, which is November 1st. So if you are thinking it's January 15th, now for you. So there's a first deadline, which is November 1st, and there's another deadline in, I think, February. So if you want to be considered for the first intake, please get all your documents ready, apply, and then you'll be considered for admission. You never know. Applying to schools in Canada only takes a Google search. So if you have a phone with internet on it, you really have no excuse. You can start today, just go on Google, search. You can search DLI schools. DLI means Designated Learning Institutions in Canada. You get a whole list of schools there, and you can look through and select anyone that you want, which offers the program that you want to study. Or you can also start with a Google search of low tuition schools in Canada. That was what I did because I was operating within a tight budget. I was looking for universities that have low tuition in Canada. And I think I found Memorial University, University of Saskatchewan, Simon Fraser University. There's a whole list of them. So if you want, you can start with just a simple search like that. Just go through the schools one after the other and search through the programs that they have to find out whether they have the program that you want to study. Hey, I'm gonna drink. Why? Cheers. Makasa san. Tantalizing. As to admission requirement to master's program in Canada, I found out that most schools have similar requirements. However, it might differ from program to program. So I realized that most schools, the general requirements that they have for programs is usually the statement of purpose or statement of intent, which is basically who you are, why you want to study that particular program, and why you want to do it in that particular school, and how that program relates to your career path or your career goals. That's what your statement of purpose is. Usually around 500 words to explain all these things. And also you need to add references. So most schools ask for 3, others ask for 2. It depends on the program. Please do your research on the particular program you want to study. For instance, my program, the MPA program at U of R, asks for 3 references. At least you need to include 1 academic reference and 2 from a corporate organization that you're working on, anybody that can vouch for you. So aside the references, you also need to upload your unofficial transcript and your undergraduate degree certificate. So these 4 documents run through most of the schools that I applied to in Canada, most of the universities that I applied to in Canada. However, I think some colleges have different requirements. If you intend to apply to a college, they might have different requirements. So please do your research. Some schools have general admission requirements and they have program specific requirements. So if I want to study Masters in Business Administration at University of Regina, I need to go to Google, University of Regina, Masters in Business Administration. And it will pop up, click on it, go to admission requirements. And I'm sure for most of the business related programs or the engineering programs, they usually request for a GRE or a GMAT, but it might differ. So please do your research. With regards to exam that I had to write, I wrote GRE, but not purposely for the schools in Canada. It was purposely for the schools in the United States that I applied to. So I didn't attach it to University of Regina application. However, they might require GRE based on the program that you are studying. I didn't add IELTS to my application because I didn't write it. So if you intend to use a particular lecturer as your reference in applying for the schools, I'd advise that you contact the lecturers way ahead of time so that they can fit you into their schedule some way, somehow. And please be in constant contact with them because they are very busy and they might forget to do it. I'm pretty sure my lecturer forgot to do mine. So we don't want that situation to happen to you. So please constantly remind them to submit the reference on your behalf, and I'm sure they'll do it for you. Akade, I think I'm done. Application fees differ from school to school. The application fee I paid for Memorial University, University of Regina, and Simon Fraser University were 100 Canadian dollars each, and I paid 125 Canadian dollars for University of Calgary. So if you have watched the video from the beginning to this end, and you have not subscribed, like, after all this information, and you have not subscribed, why? Anyways, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, leave any question in the comment section below and I'll gladly answer them for you. So I recorded a few videos when I came to Canada in September last year till now. However, I forgot to record them in landscape. They are all in portrait mode, but I'd love to share those videos with you. If you guys are interested in seeing those videos, leave a yes or a heart emoji in the comment section below and I'll definitely post them at a later date. Thank you so much for watching this video. Love you guys. Bye.